Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rebels will put total leather to crank us up. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Give to the running back. Got room at the 35. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Floating away. Got away from trouble and got it up. That's caught. It's Horton. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
Here we go. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? To the ground to try to pick up the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
As a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day control. You got these defenders there coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That can force the completion.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Moving out of the pocket. Grabbed in the middle. It's Restrepo. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start to this offense.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Here we go. On the option. Now the toss. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. No good. The guys after the miss, no change in the score. offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll give it to him again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking downfield. It's Dart. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that pass intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Throws to the tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
To the ground with the back. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones. They completely outscored.
Dropping back, it's Ward. Let's it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
He's going to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hart. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short.
Jackrabbit.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Now, if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40, I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
to him on first down. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Looking to pass. It's Dart. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
He's got that by-you speed. Like, I run by you. You call whatever route you want to call it. He does a nice job winning at the line of scrimmage, getting behind the DB, runs, catches it right in the end zone. Big play for this offense. Nice throw, nice catch.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He's going to pass. Coming after it. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Picks it off and runs it back before stepping out of bounds and setting up his offense as we begin the 2nd quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And how about a big strike down the field? When offenses take shots now, they're trying to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing.
Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. Running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Dart. Snags it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. Didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job of one time.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Spreading the uprights is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop on each of them.
I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored. But you score here, and this game's still tight. To keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
First half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for what happened early in the game in that situation.
It's a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. One drive has already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again. They get through, and it's blocked. That's a live ball, and the defense has it. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense,
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Let's go. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll pull it down and run. That's 20. He's got space. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. Red 70 black star. Red 70 black. The give to the back. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Ward. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And that is where defensive ends make their money by getting to the quarterback and knocking him down.
Dang, Skippy. That's what flexibility to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. First down for this offense. On the option. He'll toss it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a pass.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Get it out on the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won third down and forced him on fourth down.
And the returner will be brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity. He's going to let it go. And he hauls it in at the 30. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Hurricane. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bentley. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Get some points
Looking to throw. It's Dart. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Stay tough, boys. Stay tough.
They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on fourth down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. The Rebels line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First down here for the offense. These corners backing off a bit. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He makes it down. And he's slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, King. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that one. Nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Bentley. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on the score. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch it.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. On the run, it's Parrish. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He'll pull it down. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
He's got to be able to play on so many different levels. He's got to read coverages, not the snap. Everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end, making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
And the Rebels getting set on first and 10. To the air. It's Dart. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Rebels in the hurry up. comes out throwing on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he'll make the catch at the 15. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's got it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone. It'll be first and goal from the 1. Got it. Clock still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. They want to throw it. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
You can do better than that. Could be worse. Come on, teamwork.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Put some points on the scoreboard.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
You can score on these guys. Arrow.
To throw, it's Dart. Pulls it in the end zone.
Yeah, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, you come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3.
3:25.
He's looking to throw. And that one is picked up in the end zone. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Bentley. Sometimes you just have to take the touchback. They get him down at the 4-yard line.
Ridiculous. Take him out.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Makes a connection. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How
See, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. What about that move to pick up a few extra yards to the 35?
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Hey, let's make some good calls, offense.
Quarterback checking off. Looking for a man. It's Dart. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties close to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Parrish. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The give to the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is ready to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, is to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Got his man quickly. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they're out the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown! They take the lead with the 6. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed. I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. This offense now moving forward in this game. That last drive is going to pay big dividends.
He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive, maybe some softer boxes.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on top. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, they don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays in there.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. 45 on his way. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. To the air on first down. He uncorks one deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 4th interception of the day.
And that's just excellent. They cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. If I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. Follows a good block there, picks up 3, out to the 9. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down?
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Back to throw, it's Dart. He lofts one down the sideline. Pulls it in on the right. Afterburner's coming. Inside the 10. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the play catch.
And he had nobody around him. That's got to be embarrassing. Right? Someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
29 Philly.
He'll pull it on the read. And he'll finish the line in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
I'm not good at it unless I got a guy that can do something with this. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just takes too much of the defense. He runs after 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job of keeping this quarterback standing out.
4 wideouts set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Now improvising. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket. They do a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you throw it to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
He's not afraid to go deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
That teams that play cover 1 at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that
football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The option look. He'll pitch it. Still on his feet at the 45. Ball is free.
Man, those are back. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls in.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. They've got the play bottle up. Fumble, it's out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Listen, there's so many athletic quarterbacks now that do the design runs. I got to make them pay. I got to physically hit them as hard as I can, as many opportunities as I get. They run the design quarterback run. Nice job being physical, forcing the fumble.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And that one's incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. They'll turn to Martinez. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. The Canes want to crank the tempo. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem.
The receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost 2 yards on a screen pass.
To the air, it's Ward. Buys a little extra time. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He was looking for the big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Mayona's offense ready to go back to work. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? Didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Yo, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Turns it on in midfield. Got a lot of running room. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10-yard mark. The Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he finds no running room at all, and the 3rd quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the 4th. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Goes to the option. The pitch. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Takes a hit as he fired. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, in 3rd and them short. They choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this.
He's got it all out. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, and the defense able to bring him down. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the stop.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Might be looking to run. And he throws another interception.
It doesn't get any better for the defense. You know exactly the situation. In the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Hands it off. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw. It's Dart. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Hard-hitting tackle.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Quarterback on the keeper. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
And the Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
And those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page. You're a quarterback. On this drive, you did a lot of good things here leading up to that pick. Forget about it. Move on. Play the next play.
Pocket starts to collapse. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll fire to his right. Fires it into a crowd, and it's blocked. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Well, he was rolling to his right because of that. I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Snagged in the middle. It's Parrish. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Rebels will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term, he'll off one deep down the left side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Miami!
And listen, still a ways to go. But great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
extra point. Every little bit counts as they get closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. And a few anxious moments when the hands team is able to fall on it. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Pick it up.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Dart. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Splits the uprights from 56. He's got 3 on the board.
This kicker is mentally tough, man. There are not a lot of guys that have to get blocked earlier in the game come out here and make that kick. So that was awesome.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
Hey, it's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting the biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
On third down, he drops to throw. Complete to the left. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They're going to throw it again. Scrambling away. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want to keep him.
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble, you just couldn't secure it. Hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback, getting the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
Fires to the end zone. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Here comes the offense on second down. You feel a little pressure. Grabbed in the end zone for a touchdown, and there's still a hill to climb, but they are still fighting, staggering, stumbling, but still upright and not finished yet. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, hit your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball goes.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You've got to try and preserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. A swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. No good. Still leading by 2 after the miss. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the penalty.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.